Good day, my friends, and welcome to a tour of one of the larger tracts of developable acreage that's been offered on the north side of Ruston in quite some time. We're talking about 160 acres of the old Goodgoin estate that'll be offered in 12 tracts of 6.5 to 20 acres each. At the conclusion of the tract sale, you'll be given the opportunity to purchase the entire 146.5 contiguous acres. Let's begin by looking at tract number 1. Here we have a 6.66 acre tract that borders the south side of Valley View Estates. This tract fronts the rock access road and has some young timber on the rear of the acreage. The land falls toward the access road, allowing a home to be built toward the rear of the property with the front acreage flowing to the road. With a minimal amount of site work, you'll be ready to set forms on your new home. Here we have another 6.66 acre tract that's very similar to the tract number 1. Tract 2 borders the south side of Valley View Estates at the rear and flows south to the access road. Again, there's some young timber at the rear of their acreage, and with minimal site work, you'll be ready to start foundation work for your new home. Tract number 3 consists of 13.33 acres that borders the east and south lots in Valley View Estates, and the southern border is Goodgoin Road. This could be a beautiful estate with its high ridge in the middle and land falling away from the ridge. There's a perfect place to build a pond with the home overlooking it, and there are lots of possibilities here. As we look at tract 4, we see a 10-acre tract that borders part of the eastern side of the cul-de-sac lots at the end of Valley View Drive. It's accessed by an 80-foot predial servitude that terminates at the southeast corner of this tract. The acreage lies beautifully, gently falling south. There are multiple home sites here. Tract 5 is a 10-acre parcel that borders the access road to the south and also can be accessed by an 80-foot predial servitude that terminates at the northeast corner of the tract. The acreage lies nice, falling from south to north, and as a bonus, the tract splits a newly constructed pond that'll sport 2 acres at pool stage. This tract also borders the eastern cul-de-sac lots in Valley View. This parcel has it all: multiple access, multiple home sites, and waterfront property. This tract is only limited by your imagination. Looking at tract 6, we see another 10-acre tract that's similar in characteristics to tract number 4. The land slopes gently from north to south and is accessed by an 80-foot servitude. There are multiple home sites on this acreage also. Tract 7 is the last 10-acre tract. Access is by an 80-foot servitude on the north as well as the south property lines. This acreage, like tract number 5, splits a newly constructed pond that at pool stage will have approximately 2 acres of surface water. You have multiple home sites here, and the only decision is which way to face your home: south toward the south servitude or north toward the northern servitude overlooking the 2-acre lake. The decision will be yours. As we move to tract 8, we see a 13.33 acre tract that's accessed by an 80-foot servitude at its northern border. This is a bit more secluded tract, which is sandwiched between 2 existing estates to the west and beautiful timberland to the south and east. The acreage falls gently from north to southeast, and there's multiple home sites on this tract. For those wishing for a little more acreage, tract 9 boasts 20 acres and is accessed by 1,320 feet of 80-foot servitude down the entire length of the south property line. The north line is bordered by beautiful timberland. This tract has an existing pond that covers approximately 1 acre. The pond is virtually surrounded by trees, and when you see this pond, you'll want to go for your fishing pole and crickets. Tract 10 is a 20-acre tract that can be accessed by a 660 foot of 80-foot servitude to the west or 1,320 foot of servitude to the north. It has multiple home sites with enough acreage for horse paddocks or open pastures. If you like wildlife, do some selective clearing and watch the deer and turkey play. This acreage is bordered to the south by beautiful timberland. As we move to tract 11, we find another 20-acre tract that can be accessed by an 80-foot servitude that terminates at the southwest corner of this tract. There are multiple home sites on this acreage that overlook Stoke Creek Bottom. If you like watching wildlife in their native habitat, this spot is for you. You'll see deer, squirrel, rabbit, coon, and turkey along with the multiple species of birds. Tract 12 is a virtual replica of Tract 11. 20 acres, home sites, Stoke Creek bottomland with abundant wildlife, and if you're horse-oriented, the bottomland would clean up and make some of the finest horse pasture you ever saw. There's an abandoned oil well site that splits track 11 and 12 that's waiting for a home or barn to be built. At the conclusion of the track auction, we'll put all the tracks back together except track number 3. Thus, track 13 is not for the faint of heart. It combines 11 of the 12 tracts and offers the investor developers the opportunity to purchase 146.67 contiguous acres just minutes from Ruston. The combination that generates the most revenue will prevail. The acreage is ideal to subdivide and could easily develop into an exclusive development. We hope you've enjoyed your overview of this special property. Seldom does the opportunity arise when you get a chance to purchase this type acreage this close to Ruston. Every week, I get calls asking for 10 to 20 acres of land to buy. Well, here's a chance for 12 of you to find your dream spot. This could be a developer's bonanza or a homeowner's dream come true. For questions, bid packets, or on-site tours, contact Dusty Taylor, 318-245-8800, or log on to TaylorMadeAuctions.com, license number 836.